Hello to all astrology lovers. In this video, I want to discuss the transit of the Sun through the zodiac sign of Scorpio. This transit began on October 23rd at 1:15 a.m. and will last until November 21st at 9:57 p.m. The transit of the Sun is always direct for us. It is never retrograde and is one of the main luminaries in our lives. In the context of astrology, the Sun is one of the most important elements of the natal chart, playing a key role in our personal identity, our motivation, our consciousness, life energy, and life goals. And when we talk about the energies of the Sun, it is about self-expression, identity, life force, our goals, ambitions, and creativity. The Sun also reflects our relationships with our father and authority figures or with a spouse in the natal chart. Moreover, the Sun is about the inner world, various life cycles, and the time in our lives. The Sun, participating in new moons and full moons, always interacts with our subconscious, the moon, and our psyche. Therefore, it is a quite important indicator in the natal chart. Moreover, the Sun, by the way, completes its cycle in 12 months. Naturally, as it moves through a specific zodiac sign, the Sun expresses its energy through the filter of that sign. And in particular, we are now talking about the zodiac sign Scorpio. Of course, there are certain features and nuances in how the energies of the Sun manifest. It is very important to note that the Sun in the zodiac sign of Scorpio expresses itself primarily through deep, intense energies, because Scorpio is quite a secretive sign, very deep and very intense. This energy manifests here as an exploration of the inner world, where our emotions and feelings are expressed with a high degree of tension. Moreover, here we want to understand hidden motives and hidden truths. Here, the Sun in Scorpio gives us very strong transformations and renewals. It encourages changes, especially in the context of relationships, financial matters, and personal values, because Scorpio symbolically represents the 8th house, and here we experience particularly powerful personal crises that divide our lives into before and after. Moreover, the Sun in Scorpio is about passion, it is about desire, it is about intensity. In relationships, it is about emotions, a certain secrecy, mystery, intrigues, secrets, and personal matters, names that we keep hidden. This is about determination, about willpower, because the Sun in Scorpio enhances our willful qualities and intensifies our emotional experiences. Fears, attachment, and jealousy are all manifestations of the Sun in Scorpio, very similar to the manifestations of Venus in Scorpio. And of course, intuition, the intuitive understanding of everything that is happening, becomes very pronounced. Naturally, it is important to know in which house of your horoscope the transit of the Sun through Scorpio is occurring in order to understand in which specific area of life this is happening. It will manifest, meaning its energy, the energy of transformation and renewal, will be revealed. Let's say I have an ascendant in the zodiac sign Cancer, and this is my 5th house in the horoscope, which relates to my romantic relationships, my interactions with children, my creativity, self-expression, my leisure, and my hobbies and pleasures. If we talk about the Sun, I am a Pisces, and this is my 9th house. Here, in the context of everything foreign and overseas, the themes of education and long trips are present. If we look at the transit in relation to the Moon, then this is my 6th house, and this is the theme of health, the theme of work, the theme of daily responsibilities, the schedule of life, everything I do systematically every day. And by compiling this information based on 3 indicators, I can determine how my consciousness will work through the Sun, through the energies of Scorpio. and in what situations and events it will manifest. Now let's consider the main aspects that the Sun in Scorpio will make throughout its transit through this sign. And I will only talk about the converging aspects and draw your attention to their manifestations. On October 28th, we have the Sun in a trine with retrograde Saturn in Pisces. And, of course, the aspect remains during the new moon in Scorpio. The peak of the aspect reaches on November 4th and will last until November 12th. A harmonious aspect creates conditions such as reflection, reevaluation, and structuring our inner personal resources and introspection, allowing us to delve deeper into our thoughts and emotions and fostering a better understanding of our needs and desires. And here, this aspect activates the theme of personal power and responsibility, allowing us to make informed decisions regarding financial matters or close personal relationships. Additionally, remind you that the 8th house also oversees spiritual practices, spiritual growth, and esotericism. These topics may be relevant for some. Additionally, the energy of the Sun in Scorpio enhances intuitive understanding and emotional depth. Retrograde Saturn in Pisces emphasizes the necessity to recognize the lessons of the past, to find stability in this, and to discover an inner core within these emotional states. And here we may encounter situations where we need to delve into the theme of fear and our insecurities, and transform these experiences and perceptions into a source of strength and wisdom. Additionally, there may be situations for restoration and strengthening of personal relationships on an emotional level, where we need to approach our connections with maturity. On November 1st, the Sun participates in the new moon in Scorpio. We discuss this in separate videos on the channel. Nevertheless, there is an activation of energy here for powerful transformations and for self-awareness. That is, the new moon creates situations where we face the necessity to free ourselves from old patterns, emotional attachments, and to go through personal crises and some internal experiences. The energy of the new moon encourages us to explore these hidden motives and our needs, which change the situation in personal relationships and finances. This time is suitable for starting completely new projects, new relationships, and deep changes that, of course, require courage and determination from us. Moreover, the new moon in Scorpio promotes intuitive understanding and awareness of our desires, helping us to identify what is truly important in our lives. During this new moon, it may be relevant to explore themes of death, spirituality, occultism, sex, and intimacy. And this opens up completely new horizons for personal power and for our transformations. On November 9th, we have the position of the Sun with retrograde Uranus in Taurus. A disharmonious aspect creates tense energies that contribute to unexpected changes and conflicts in the areas of our self-expression and material matters. That is, there may be internal contradictions here when our desire for stability and comfort clashes with the necessity to reassess and reevaluate our values. As a result, situations may arise that will require some kind of powerful flexibility and readiness for change. And this can happen both in career, personal relationships, and financial matters. And here we encounter unexpected discoveries about ourselves and our loved ones. Emotional upheavals occur here. Here, it is necessary to make a conscious choice between the familiar and something new. This aspect may push us to break outdated patterns of behavior and habits and to see new opportunities for personal freedom and self-expression. On November 11th, we have the trine of the Sun in Scorpio with retrograde Neptune in Pisces. And here a harmonious interaction occurs, which will open up access to our intuition and creative energies. That is, situations arise here when we feel the need to dive into our inner experiences and emotions. And all of this can happen through art, various forms of creativity, meditation, and spiritual practices. Here, our emotional intensity will increase and the desire to explore hidden aspects of life will rise, because the retrograde Neptune provides an opportunity for rethinking, to reassess our dreams, ideals, and life plans. And we may encounter a moment of clarity in relationships when our hidden feelings and true intentions become more understandable. The sun will be illuminating. While Neptune always leads us into illusions and deception, the sun here will be highlighting and helping us to free ourselves from old grievances, strengthening the significant connections for us. On November 15th, the sun participates in the full moon in Taurus, and this is a moment of culmination, clarity, and understanding. Here, the sun will create an energetic contradiction that will focus us on the themes of material and emotional well-being. This full moon will bring us into a state of emotions, and we will feel and understand why we need this material stability or material security, our comfort zone, and we will want to explore deep hidden motives here. There may be sudden revelations regarding Uranus that will prompt us to reconsider our usual approaches to money, relationships, resources, and material values. And here arises a need for emotional honesty during this full moon. All of this will manifest in the areas of life corresponding to the house. In the horoscope where this astrological event will take place, on November 16th, we have a sextile between the Sun in Scorpio and Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto will remain in Capricorn until the 19th. And here, there are favorable energies for transformation and the manifestation of personal power. However, the sextile is not a very powerful aspect, but it requires effort from us, meaning we need to reach for these states, this result. This aspect will open up opportunities for us to strengthen our positions in career, resources, and financial matters. We may encounter situations where our ambitions and the desire for control will be supported by our inner power, inner strength. And the sun will allow us to clarify these hidden motives and our desires. And Pluto in Capricorn will bring realism to everything that is happening, especially in achieving our goals, demonstrating leadership qualities, and conducting successful negotiations. And here, obstacles will be removed, but again, with the application of our efforts. On November 17th, we will have a trine between the Sun and Mars, which will already be positioned in Leo. And here, very powerful and dynamic energies arise, which will contribute to the manifestation of our confidence and our creative power. This aspect will inspire us to take active actions, specifically in terms of self-expression, demonstrating leadership and initiative. It may also be related to new projects and new beginnings. This can be with even basic physical activity when we simply want to engage in sports. And we may encounter situations in this aspect where our ambition and passion for life will be supported by a powerful sense of purpose, which will be provided to us by Mars in Leo. Moreover, there will be a lot of emotions and intensity, as well as charisma and creative expression. This can all manifest in art, sports, and personal romantic relationships. And I believe that this is the perfect time to take some bold steps and move forward and effectively cope with any life challenges using one's inner strength to achieve desired results. This aspect will provide such energies. On November 19th, when Pluto fully transitions into the zodiac sign of Aquarius, the Sun in Scorpio will form a trine with the North Node in Aries, the node of the future. This is very favorable. Conditions for achieving personal goals, for developing one's individuality. This aspect will emphasize the importance of following one's true aspirations and instincts. And this can manifest as a drive for self-assertion and some bold actions. We may encounter situations where we feel the need to overcome something old and move forward no matter what. Using your uniqueness, your personal power The energies of the Sun in Scorpio will also promote deep self-analysis and understanding of one's hidden desires. The North Node in Aries will certainly encourage us to actively express our initiative and independence. Therefore, this aspect will primarily bring us some important revelations and changes in life, to inspire us to make bold decisions, to take steps towards new opportunities and new goals, tasks. Of course, this will eventually lead to personal progress. On the day of the sign change, January 21st, the Sun will form a sextile with the South Karmic node in Libra, which is the node of the past, creating opportunities for us to rethink past relationships of our social interaction, because this aspect will facilitate the integration of some lessons we learned in the past into current situations. In this aspect, we can particularly feel how our past experiences influence our current life, because the energies of the Sun in Scorpio provide exactly such emotional. The coloring, shaking, and intensity can highlight the connections to our past that no longer support our personal growth. And considering that the South Node is in Libra, this will manifest in themes of cooperation, partnership, and interaction with other people. Here, our personal needs and the needs of others come to the forefront. This time is well suited for resolving old conflicts, strengthening existing relationships, and cleansing ourselves of unnecessary connections. And here we can gain some super insights on how to work with our past, how to use our past to create healthy, productive interactions today, and to orient ourselves towards the future. To indeed use some knowledge gained in the past to move forward to new heights. And this can manifest in personal matters as well as in business. It can appear in absolutely any area of life. And now let's consider the transit of the Sun through Scorpio for each of the 12 zodiac signs. My dear Geminis, the transit of the Sun in Scorpio is in your 6th house of the horoscope, and it focuses you on the themes of work, health, and your daily responsibilities. During this period, all your attention will be directed towards organizing your life, increasing your productivity, and improving certain work and household processes. And the Sun in Scorpio will add emotions, intensity, and a certain depth to routine matters, encouraging you to penetrate the essence of daily processes. It will motivate you to get rid of the unnecessary and understand how important your physical and emotional health is, showing how our everyday habits affect our lives, because the Sun highlights all of this. Furthermore, the theme of improvement and cleansing will come to the forefront here. There will be an increased desire to bring order, to clear away clutter, to pay more attention to health, and perhaps to transform certain habits related to health, removing everything unnecessary that hinders your overall development. And this transit will create situations where there will be changes in the work atmosphere, in relationships with colleagues, subordinates, and management. Here, it will be necessary to change the overall approach to work. There will be a focus on health, of course, during this transit. You need to remove everything unnecessary that creates fatigue for you, perhaps some tension, and affects your physical and emotional state. The transit will create some trials and challenges at work. Of course, the Sun is in Scorpio. Scorpio cannot do without this. Here, there will be an awareness of your emotional boundaries and a purposeful cleansing of your environment, specifically in the context of contacts. In order to work with the energy of this transit, be sure to focus on enhancing your efficiency and self-discipline. Take care of your health and your psychological comfort. Make sure to pay more attention to the details of cleansing your environment and protecting your personal boundaries during this transit. This will all help you. Work with the energy of the Sun in Scorpio. I wish you success. Subscribe, like, and share this video. See you. Bye-bye.